Hi gorgeous lights, welcome to an energy update for the 20th of August. If you've been really struggling in the energy, and what I mean, because everybody's different, so we get different ways that we respond to energy, and how we channel that energy through ourselves is really complicated as well. So if you've been really struggling in the energy by feeling really, really tired or feeling very apathetic, not really wanting to make any decisions, kind of hunkering down, trying to avoid people, then know that you're on track for the changes that are coming in the next couple of months. But always knew that August was going to be what Spirit called a wishy-washy month. It was not really wishy-washy, it's kind of anchoring in, and I really love that word. So what you're actually doing is you're kind of cocooning into yourself. You might be avoiding people or deciding I can't deal with that person at the moment, or I can't deal with this right at the moment. So what you're literally doing is you're cocooning in and anchoring in into yourself, where you actually need to be for yourself. And it will be really, really subtle because it's happening an awful lot at a almost like a subconscious level. It's your subconscious that's shifting and changing right at the moment. Any illuminations that you're getting from other people, situations, friends maybe you're distancing yourself from, or other people that you're distancing yourself on, please understand that that is naturally happening, so that any areas where you were giving your energy away and it was not serving you is actually being illuminated at this time as well. So there's quite a lot of really complex stuff that's actually happening, and it's kind of happening below the surface. And very much I think of it this way when Spirit was talking this morning about a cocoon. And inside of a cocoon, we only see the outside of the cocoon. You don't see all the intricacies of everything that's happening on the inside. And this seems to be very much what's actually happening at the moment as well. There's certainly... we can blame it on anything, do you know what I mean? We could go, oh, astrological planetary alignment or Mercury retrograde. But in reality, these are pause spaces that we're given to do deep inner reflection. We all need to do inner reflection, basically, to start to work out what truthfully works for us, what we want, where we're going, and what we're doing. And sometimes we don't slow down long enough, so the planets align themselves. So we're kind of forced to slow down just a little bit, so that we look at what we're actually doing for ourselves and where we're going. The interesting thing about us is we kind of don't like doing that. We don't like, we like, I'm not going to say, they're just saying sometimes we can get caught up in the mundane and we just go, okay, well, this is what we're doing, this is where we're going. No, this is a learning realm. You came here to learn predominantly about yourself. You came to learn about yourself through other people in exactly the same way. And it's all about your growth, which is really, really awesome. And we have to stop resenting growth. You've got to stop resenting it, because the amount of people that I see, and certainly lately, they've gone, oh, is there another challenge coming? Well, it's the earth plane. There's a myriad of challenges that you will have on your earth plane journey as the incarnated soul that you've chosen to be. But you've got this amazing resilience on the inside of you, and you've got this amazing knowing, if you get out of your head, of that you can find a solution. You'll always be able to find a solution. And you know, I've been talking to people a lot lately about going, you know, the universe is always working for you. And people go, well, it's not, it's actually picking on me. And I said, well, but that's perceptual reality, right? Because as we go through anything that's a bit of a struggle, we know that we're stronger. We know that we are resilient. We know that we can find a way through. And I think at that time, then we forget to hunt the good stuff, which actually comes under that knowing and that understanding that you got through it as well. Because your soul is here to grow, it's to learn, it's to challenge yourself. And we have to stop looking at that as disempowering. It's not disempowering, it's really, really, really empowering. And I think in this energy right at the moment, in this kind of hunker down cocooning energy that a lot of people are in, it would be easy to give up. It'd be easy just to go, oh, this is just too hard. But in reality, you're actually working against yourself. You're working against your own joy. You're working against your own compassion, empathy, understanding, strength, all of those wonderful things that you actually gain out of learning resilience. Now, a planet is very much undergoing, at a collective, a really break free kind of energy to kind of come back to intuitive living, let's put it that way, or come back to intuitive understanding. Now, in order to get to the fifth dimension, which we're heading towards anyway, and a lot of people are saying we're already in it. Well, we're already in the, for me, we're already in the makings of it. The one thing that we're having to navigate through right at the moment is our internal processes. Do you trust yourself? Do you listen intuitively to yourself, or do you fall on an old habit that planet's fallen into, which is straight logic, like logically, practically, does this make sense? Or should we turn up this way or that way or the other way? How do you feel about that? Because that's where your intuitive understanding is. That's where your heart-based reasoning is. Heaps of angel. The heart-based reasoning is. Your reasoning for what suits you is intuitively led by how you feel about something. When you go and do something that is against your own intuitive understanding, it kind of insults your soul. And there's a part of you that really knows you didn't really feel like I wanted to do that, and I did it anyway, and then this happened. It's a little bit about shifting up a gear. We're coming into balance internally, divine masculine, divine feminine on the inside of you, into unity, because the only way that we start to take very serious steps towards unifying as a collective is to find that inner harmony within ourselves, that inner balance within ourselves. And we certainly, you know, our planet promotes like almost like masculine traits, yet there's masculine and feminine. So if you're turning up like feminine, if you're turning up really masculine and you're doing everything and going, I'll just do it myself, well, where's the room for a counterpart within there? And it isn't about going, well, they're not doing it. It's about actually where you're creating room within your own self to surrender to kind of being feminine if you're incarnated feminine, and masculine if you're incarnated masculine. You know, where are you actually letting yourself be in balance of both of those things? In all of this, seriously, there's a lot going on. It's really incredible. I've never seen anything like it. And I know that I say that a lot, but hey, I'm down here at exactly the same time as everybody else, doing these amazing observations of what's actually happening on our planet as well. And the truth of where we want to align ourselves is within. It's seriously within. What truly makes you happy? The fifth dimension is about living, breathing, having your beautiful life. Now, that's an inside job. Pardon me, to come into balance, then you have to work with the internal processes within yourself. If you're sitting in a fear formula, then you're going to look around, just because you've got your own algorithm, you're going to look around and see everything that you want to fear. That's exactly what's going to happen, because you're programming yourself to be in alignment of looking at that vibrational frequency. So vibrational frequency can only match vibrational frequency. And if you're tuning up in a frequency of being fearful or anxious, then you're going to see things that make you fearful and anxious. And all of these things are, you know, divine feminine, divine masculine, trusting yourself, looking at your fears, your insecurities. It's all being raised at the moment for the collective to address. Of course it's going to happen at this period of time. You think about it, inside the caterpillar, if you like, or the cocoon rather, inside the cocoon, you're having to break down into liquid basically to reform into something really, really amazing. And you're doing it. We're going there anyway. So it's your choice whether you continually fight with yourself. And it's literally, and I'm saying that to a lot of people, you're hearing that voice in your head that's like at you, and that part of you that goes, oh, I hear it goes again, I can't be bothered. The biggest fight that we've got going on within the cocoons at the moment is a fight that you're having with yourself. Stop fighting with yourself and start addressing, why did I think that? Why did that come up like that? Why do I actually fear that? Do I fear that? Or is it something that I've been programmed to fear? Honestly, if I could lobotomize the whole planet right at the moment, I would. And I don't mean that in a horrible way. But if we simplified some processes and I said, stop fighting with yourself, you're an incredible, amazing, creative human being. When you decide to create something, you're incredible, because we're very solution based, incredibly solution based. But in order to tap into that side of you, It means just not following what everybody else is doing and actually doing those internal investigations inside the cocoon that we're being asked to do right at the moment is what truthfully makes you happy. And before everyone comes at me and goes, well, we've got to live. I didn't say that. I said we're doing internal processes right at the moment. If you are staying in a job you can't stand, you're choosing to do that. So that's on you. You can come at me all you like, but that's on you. You're choosing to actually do that. If you're choosing to go, there isn't another job for me, then you're choosing to do that. Because the reality is when we get annoyed enough as any single human being over anything, we change it. When it insults our soul and we're done, and that work colleague has had to go at you one more time and you're over it and you're not doing this anymore, you change it. You change it. The point is, it would be so much healthier instead of doing reactive creativity, which is what that is, and actually checked in with yourself and said, yeah, actually, I'm not happy anymore, then creatively deciding which direction that you weren't going to go in, because you're actually able to create that. You're creating your own reality, and it's based on the way that the algorithm that you have in your head of the way that you see the world. We're being given this amazing, incredible opportunity at the moment to start to deeply listen to ourselves at a soul level, to deeply connect with ourselves and go, what is it that I truthfully want? And it's not about somebody else making you happy. It is not about somebody else telling you what to do. It is actually about understanding and checking in here and going, what do I truthfully need? Now, there's a really, really big indicator marker. If you have been following a programming that belongs to society, maybe parental upbringing, whatever, you won't know. You'll go, I don't know. I don't know what I want. And yay, you need to go yay when you reach that point, because that is like being offered a clean slate to actually go, wow, I'm underneath all of this programming and all this illusion, all of this stuff. Now I can find the truth in myself. What do I really like? And that's your point of starting to explore. That's your point of anchoring inside your cocoon, the things that start to make you joyful, happy, amazing, shiny, loving your life. All of that stuff is going to happen as soon as you go, wow, this is a blank slate, and I can actually choose for me. Now, I don't know, it's just a product of not experimenting, not being curious. It's not I don't know what to do. That's the initial thought that your brain does, because your brain is actually like a cataloger. It just catalogues everything that you've done up to now, and literally it doesn't like the unknown. So even if your life has been really uncomfortable, it goes, oh, at least we know this. We can just stick in this uncomfortability and it'll be fine because we know it. The unknown represents where you need to apply curiosity. What would it be like to go and do that? What would it be like to go and train to do that? What would it be like to go and have this other experience? We're being presented at this cocoon stage an opportunity to decide what we want to transform on. And what's it being led by? It's actually being led, I want to say transform to, but what are we being led to? What are you being led to? You're being led to discover with curiosity what truthfully makes you happy. It's not going to be a house, it's not going to be a car, it's not going to be a person. It's what makes you happy in here, living the life that you're living for yourself. And this is everything that's under investigation right at the moment. The key is finding the truth of yourself and actually going, how do I truthfully feel about that? Start to do those inquiries. Start to actually anchor in. You know, I've always promised myself that I was going to actually do a beaded macrame course. I don't know. What is it going to be? You're going to need to discover that for yourself. But to anchor in a new version of yourself means to look at the bits of yourself that you've maybe hidden from yourself and gone, do you know, do I want to actually turn up that way? Do I want to be the nice person all the time when I don't actually feel like it? You're a human being. You've got 34,000 emotions. You're going to run the gauntlet of them on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. You're allowed to be flawed. Everyone is. We all are. We all have good days, bad days, and different days. We all feel lazy. We can all feel like this. At the end of the day, there's no medal that you're getting that says that you have to do it right. You just have to be happy with how you're turning up. And it isn't about racing around anymore, going, I have to be this, I have to be that, I have to be that. You just have to be. You just have to be yourself and go, do I feel like doing that? If you don't. It's that simple. Look at the avenues that actually go, where am I actually empowering myself just to be myself? There isn't a race. And we've got to get off this race mentality on this planet that you have to be achieving this or you have to be achieving that, you have to be achieving that. You know, go outside, close your eyes, feel the sun on your face and just go, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I'm alive. And quite often I'm pushing people in this regard. Why? I work with death on a daily basis. I work with people that have passed that would really love to still be here in whatever shape or form. I work with grieving people that would love to have their person back in 20 seconds flat. I can't operate in that environment without having absolute and incredible joy just for being alive when so many don't get to stay. So it changes the way that you actually look at the world. And sometimes we need to look at it this way. We're here with this incredible, amazing opportunity to be an incredible change in the world, and it starts with you. It just simply starts with you. Start to come back to actually loving your life. And if you don't look at changing what needs to change so you do love your life, address fears and insecurities that are holding you back. That's the only battle that you're having right at the moment, is a battle with yourself that says, I can't do this. Yes, you can. You're incredible. You're amazing. And you're here, and you can do whatever you feel like doing if you give yourself permission to know that you've got the solution. You are the solution. You're the solution to everything that's going on in your life. If it's a health issue, you need to look after yourself. If it's a change, then you need to be the one that changes it. We need to stop thinking it has to be a certain way and work out what's the best way for you to navigate through your life, being happy, being you. And that's what it's coming down to. So this energy is really, really pushing us to look at what's holding ourselves back from living and breathing our beautiful life. And that's going to be open for investigation. So September, October, November, we're coming into an energy that is literally like a push from the universe saying, change what you're doing, change how you're turning up. So within, so without. Change it on the inside, it changes on the outside. Your internal change and point of view will change your external world. Don't get caught up in the big stuff. There's lots of stuff that's going to change on the planet to illuminate that we don't want to do something that way, or we do want to do something that way. This has always been like this on the planet, so this isn't new. It's about going, I'm here at this time, and I'm allowed my opinion, and I'm allowed my free choice, and I'm allowed to choose what I choose for me, and giving yourself permission to hold to that, not being swayed by what anybody else is saying. This is an investigative process, and this is the energy at this time. Be curious, lighten it, and start to really enjoy the day that you're in instead of fearing tomorrow, which hasn't even got here yet. The choice is up to you. Anyway, that's just a little convoluted energy update for what's going on at the moment. There's a lot. Do your self-care. Look after yourself. You're really, really precious, and you're on the planet at this time as well. But start to look to the things that you love. Start to be who you love to be for yourself. Start there, because it's the easiest place to start in this energy. Take care of you.